Hello, everyone. This is Bodie Glantz, and this is my presentation about Moses, Passover, and the Sinai Covenant. Around 300 years after the death of Joseph, Moses was born. Moses was a Hebrew boy who was born in Egypt during the time of the Pharaoh. Pharaoh's laws was that all Hebrew baby boys were thrown into the Nile River. Because of this, his mom and siblings couldn't bear that happening, so what they decided to do? They put him into a basket and had him float in the Nile River and prayed that he would be okay. Moses was picked up by the maid of Pharaoh's daughter. He also was raised in Pharaoh's palace. Moses still knew he was a Hebrew boy. Because of this, there was an event where he killed an Egyptian slave master who was hurting a Hebrew slave. He then left Egypt and became a shepherd because of the last incident. Suddenly, he had an encounter with God and was told to go back to Egypt and save the Israelites from slavery. After freeing the Israelites, God told him to bring them to the Promised Land. Sadly, before arriving, Moses died. Passover is the holiday that commemorates the exodus of the Israelites, leaving Egypt and overcoming slavery. Moses is known as being the leader of the exodus of Egypt. Passover is also the oldest holiday ever celebrated. It is also the most important holiday ever celebrated. After the last of the 10 plagues, the Israelites ate the first Passover meal. This meal consisted of roasted lamb, which is also known as young sheep, bitter herbs to remember the terrible life they lived in Egypt, and finally, unleavened or unleavened bread. This is basically bread without yeast. Yeast makes the bread rise. After eating the Passover meal, the Israelites started their journey to Canaan, also known as the Promised Land. The Sinai Covenant. The Sinai Covenant is a covenant made with the Israelites. It is known as the Sinai Covenant because it took place on Mount Sinai in Egypt. The covenant was if the Israelites lived by the 10 Commandments, which is a set of law or rules made by God, they would receive blessings from God. The 10 Commandments are a all-round beneficial group of laws that help life. 1 through 3 of them deal with the one's relationship with God. 4 through 10 deal with one's relationship with another human being. Another name for the Sinai Covenant is the Mosaic Covenant. It is known as the Mosaic Covenant as well because of the leader of the Israelites' journey to Canaan, Moses.